Yo, so I want to do this really quick. Took me a minute take me a minute to get around to this, but I definitely want to get it done. And that's my review of Lucha Underground Ultimate Lucha event. Um, Lucha Underground had their season finale last week. The Ultimate Lucha event was a two-parter. So I want to do my review of the whole thing because I think it was an excellent show, especially part two of the event of Ultimate Lucha. Um, so for part one, the first match was between Brian Cage and the Mac. This was a great opening spot match. These guys can go. You automatically know, Brian Cage. Is a beast. He's a monster. He can go. The Mac just continues to impress me. For a guy of his size, I'm really liking. I'm really liking the big heavy set guys, the big guys that like your Kevin Owens, your Samoa Joes, now your Max from Pro Wrestling Gorilla or now Lucha, and Lucha Underground. Um, you're really seeing the big guys do a lot of athletic stuff, and I like that they're tearing down those walls. Just like how the small guys or the lightweight guys couldn't be. It was a thing that they couldn't be the main eventers. They couldn't be the headliners. That barrier's been broken. Now we're starting to see the heavy set guys be athletic and be more than just power moves and dominant. So I really loved it. I love the spot he did. With Brian Cage, where the Mac took a drink of beer from a fan or something like that, and gave him the stunner and started doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin. I popped for that. I thought that was just awesome, an awesome spot. Brian Cage got the win there. After that, we got a match for the trios tag titles. Um, you had the I forgot what the three little minions of Miruetes. Forgot what they're called. But they're your new trios tag team champions. This match was okay, nothing really special to it. The main event for part one of this was Hernandez versus Drago. Um, Kind of like I guess like a strap match or whatever, where fans were surrounded outside the ring and they would hit Hernandez in the back with leather belts or straps, however you want to put it. This was a fun match. Drago ends up getting the win. Um, it was funny because on one spot, I guess one fan hit Hernandez a little bit too hard, and Hernandez, the look on his face was like he was kind of like in character, but at the same token, looked like he was about to jack dude for popping him so hard on his back. Like, bro, like calm the fuck down. I thought that was hilarious. So it was a good part one opener. Um, as for part two, the 2 hour special was when things really got good. The first match was Alberto Del Rio, or El Patron, whatever you want to call him, versus John Morrison, aka Johnny Mundo, whichever name you prefer to call him. This was an interesting match as well. It looks like things were going in Del Rio's way, and all of a sudden, Melina surprisingly made a surprised appearance, cost Del Rio the match. John Morrison gets the victory. Afterwards, Del Rio takes John Morrison and throws him through a glass door, and Morrison's like busted up or whatever, and he's bleeding all over the place. Great spot. Nice surprise. I guess Selena and John Morrison are still in contact with each other. I thought they were done after they both left the WWE. Um, so yeah, that was a awesome match there. Then the next match we got into was Pentacon Jr. versus Vampiro. Pentacon Jr. to me, I think has been one of the best wrestling heels, the best heels in all of wrestling companies today. That includes NXT, WWE, ROH, TNA, whatever. Pentacon Jr. to me is like one of the top three heels in professional wrestling. I've loved everything he's done. He's a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal wrestler. And this whole story with Vampiro was interesting and how it built up. Um, I thought this match was just going to be kind of like a little quick one and done thing, 5 minutes. This match took at least a good 15, nearly 20 minutes. And in its entirety, this thing was a bloodbath. and it was awesome. Like I'm always kind of leery with some wrestlers, that are past the prime and that have had injuries and whatnot. And they get in the ring. Wasn't like that. I mean, like Vampiro, for as old and as a former shell of himself that he is, um, he just he did some cool spots. I mean, nothing like wow, fantastic, but he did enough to get you invested in the match. This match was bloody. This match was hardcore. This reminded me of like something I would watch from ECW. I got an ECW feel just by watching this match, just by how bloody and gory it was, of all the props and things that they were doing to each other. And they didn't even need to do, high spots, and they didn't need to wrestle. It was a brawl. It really was. It was a brawl. It was a battle. It was bloody. The most bloodiest, and probably most violent match I've seen in years on wrestling, yet alone on free television. Bar none, that match was awesome. I think that was, to me, I think that was the match of the night. Next to the main event. After that, we got trying to see what was the next match after that. The next match, I believe, was the and in this, it was revealed that um after Pentagon Jr. won, it was revealed that Vampiro was the guy all along, giving Pentagon Jr. um his master. He was the one that was giving him all those commands to break people's arms and to make these sacrifices. And by him being a sacrifice himself, Pentagon Jr. was like complete. So that was that. So that was also a nice little turn and twist to a storyline. Um, it was cool. Um, the next match we got after this was the Gift of the Gods title match. It's where you have the 7 medallions that they've been building over the summer. Each wrestler been fighting over. You put the 7 medallions, come together and they are put on this title belt. And this title belt, whoever is the holder of this championship belt, gets a world championship title match of their choosing. But they don't just sit around on holding the title, just waiting for an opportunity to get a match. They themselves have to defend the Gift of God's championship, and they have to continuously defend this title from other people. And if they lose the title, then the belt and its privileges go along with the new title holder. Once you cash in the belt, then the medallions will be separated, and the whole thing has to be started all over again. I kind of like this concept for the belt because it kind of has a little bit of a TNA X Division Option C with a little bit of a Money in the Bank, but yet it's still different. And what it kind of really reminded me of, I was thinking of Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z, how they gather all 7 Dragon Balls, they make their wish, and then after that, the Dragon Balls are scattered and they have to be collected all over again. That concept really reminded me of that with this Gift of God's title. But anyway, Phoenix ended up winning it. So he's the champion. The next match we had here was uh, Blue Demon Jr. versus Texano. This match was just a real quick one and done kind of like thing. Chavo came out, um, turned on Texano. So I guess they're gonna have a thing going on. And then we get on to the main event. I'm probably missing a match or two. Feels like I'm missing a match. I'm not sure. Then we get into the main event match, which was Prince Puma versus Mir Huertas for the Lucha Underground title. Um, this was a solid main event. Mir Huertas to me has come off as kind of like Lucha Underground's Undertaker, just the kind of dark persona that he has. Um, and Puma, aka Ricochet, I don't know what to say. The guy is one of the best, one of the best talents to not be signed by WWE right now. I would definitely put him in the top 3 non-signed wrestlers out right now. But this match was back and forth. They were everywhere. Outside the ring, they were doing a bunch of stuff. Inside the ring, they were doing a bunch of stuff. It was a really, it was a battle of power versus speed and agility, kind of like thing. But at the end of the day, Mir Huertas got the victory and is the new Lucha Underground World Champion. Um, that was it there for season one. The way they ended things, even the way they ended things at the show, they ended things in a way where they tie up all loose ends, but yet alone they still leave a little room open should they get the green light for a second season. Um, Now, me personally, I haven't heard anything. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard that they have got picked up for a second season. Other things I haven't heard that they. I've heard that they have not gotten picked up. They're looking to get picked up for a second season. So I don't know what's going on. I hope they do because to me, Lucha Underground has been a breath of fresh air. It has been fun to watch. It has been enjoyable to watch, and then most times it's been better than NXT. I mean, bar none. And NXT's been great, but at the end of the day, NXT is a farm factory for WWE. So talent's only there for so long, and they get bumped up to the main roster. Um, so once that happens, expect NXT value to depreciate to a degree. But as a whole, Lucha Underground, it's a lot of people say that it's a wrestling show that's presented as a television show. And that's true. It is. It doesn't. It comes off like a television series, and I think by them presenting it that way, and also kind of having these off seasons, basically season one, season two, or whatever, um, I think it keeps things fresh. It keeps things fresh. Lets you rest up, and it makes you go like, "Man, this was awesome! Like, I want to see more." But it makes you wait, and I think that's the one thing that's missing in wrestling: getting you excited, where you don't know what's around the corner, what's coming next, and you have to wait. You let things burn. And I think Lucha Underground has executed that perfectly. There's not been one show of Lucha Underground this entire season that I have not enjoyed. Some shows were a bit, but I mean, every week, every month, as the season has progressed, the shows got better and better. Absolutely love this show, Ultimate Lucha, one of my favorite wrestling shows. I will put up there right after WrestleMania this year, and the Beast of the East show. I will put this up there. Ultimate Lucha, solid show, wrestling show, fun to watch. The stories were good. And the one thing I really liked about this event was that every match had a build. Every match felt important. Every match felt special. Everyone was building towards something. It wasn't just, oh, let's randomly slap these two guys together and just throw them in a match because we have nothing for them. Every match had its purpose. Every match had a story behind it. That is how you book up to your pay per view or your big event. This is how you book up matches and rivalries. WWE needs to take a page out of the Underground book, out of Lucha Underground's book, because that's how you do it. They're doing it right. Um, so I have nothing but praise for Lucha Underground, nothing negative. You guys let me know what you thought about Ultimate Lucha season finale. Did it get renewed for a second season? I want to hear your thoughts in the box below. Comment, subscribe. Peace.